木ナルトが帰ってきたぞ。飛来神の術。俺ってば父ちゃんを越す火影になる。
愚かな。まだまだなしか。黙ってよ。
行くぜ。これが俺たちの力だったからよ。
Gua di Sukabumi, di Tanah Sunda, ada tradisi yang gue suka, namanya Serentahun tahun. Dan Serentahun tahun itu bukan sekedar pesta panen. Ini tentang menyerahkan hasil kerja 1 tahun kepada Tuhan Yang Maha Kuasa. Tentang bersyukur dan memulai dari nol lagi. Padi nggak tumbuh dalam 1 hari. Padi butuh waktu, perawatan, kesabaran, dan kerjasama. Ini sama dengan e-sport, mekanik, rank tinggi, makro, itu juga ditanam. Jadi, kalau lu nggak sabar, lu nggak bisa punya hasil panen. Di Serentahun tahun itu, di diri gua terbentuklah mental proses. Jadi, konsistensi lebih penting dibanding hasil instan.
Di gua, Sungai Musi itu bukan cuma sungai, tapi itu kehidupan. Di festival itu, semua perahu maju kencang, tapi bukan yang paling kuat yang menang. Tapi yang menang, yang paling kompak. 1 orang salah tempo, perahu oleng. 1 orang salah posisi, game selesai. Dan tradisi ini gue belajar tentang sinkronisasi karena chemistry menentukan segalanya.
Tradisi di Bali yang paling ngena lah di gua, menurut gua tuh nyepi. Karena nyepi tuh ngajarin kayak diam itu kuat. Jadi selama 24 jam gak ada aktivitas, lebih ke introspeksi diri lah. Di momen itu kita jadi lebih jujur sih sama diri sendiri. Kenapa kita kalah, apa yang salah. Di e-sport banyak orang berhenti karena kekalahan, tapi gua enggak. Karena nyepi ngajarin gua bukan buat berhenti, tapi buat memahami. Hingga sekarang gua masih berjuang di liga ini.
Dari kecil di daerah gua tumbuh dengan gulintang 12 karya Raja Lihadi. Gulintang 12 itu memiliki 2 baris, tapi maknanya dalam. Baris pertama sebab, baris kedua akibat. Di game juga sama, overextend mati, salah draft kalah. Semua ada sebab akibatnya. Dari sastra lahirlah logika.
Di Samarinda ada tradisi yang paling terkesan yaitu Festival Mahakam. Semuanya tentang ritme. Dayungnya itu nggak boleh terlalu cepat dan nggak boleh terlalu lambat, tapi harus tepat. Sama kayak nge-retrailer dan nge-engage. 1 detik terlalu cepat, gagal. 1 detik terlambat, kalah. Timing adalah segalanya. Ya karena momen itu menentukan kemenangan.
Paling gua suka tuh di Pontianak Festival Terduga sih. Ada momen dimana bayangan kita tuh hilang. Semuanya tuh jadi imbang karena tidak ada condong kiri dan ke kanan. Sama kayak di game lah. Kalau misal terlalu agresif salah, kalau terlalu agresif juga ya salah. Jadi semuanya itu harus seimbang. Karena balance adalah kunci untuk mendominasi.
Di Semarang tuh ada namanya Gebleran. Kayak kita nyambut bulan puasa ini dengan penuh sukacita, kayak ramai juga energinya. Dan gua di panggung MPL sih ngerasain yang sama sih, kayak energi penonton tuh kayak nyata, kayak mirip lah. Itu yang bikin gua nggak mau kalah sih. Semangat kebersamaannya jadi bahan bakar buat gua untuk berkompetisi di sport ini.
Tradisi di Aceh yang paling ringan sama gue sih tari saman. Tari saman tidak memberi ruang untuk kesalahan. Ya kalau satu salah ya semuanya kelihatan salah. Ya jadi gue belajar hal yang sama lah yang ada di tari saman. Kita harus satu pikiran dan satu gerakan, ya itu yang membuat tim jadi improve. Jadi disiplin kolektif menciptakan kesempurnaan. Di dalam e-sport, sinkronisasi adalah dominasi.
Pas di Makassar dulu, pas gue kecil, gue paling suka kapal finisi. Caranya finisi itu dibangunnya tanpa gambar. Ya bisa dibilang blueprint ya. Jadi cuman pengalaman, insting, dan kepercayaan. Jadi pro player itu nggak ada petanya. Jadi yang ngajarin gue itu, ini pasti berhasil tuh. Nggak ada. Jadi dibangun kayak finisi, sedikit demi sedikit. Jadi tradisi ini mengajari gue melangkah tanpa kepastian. Percaya proses adalah kunci.
Live from MPL Arena, Jakarta. MPL Indonesia Season 17 is powered by Moontalk. Supported by Esports Federation of Indonesia. Presented by official gaming phone, Infinix. Official e-wallet, GoPay. Official gaming chair, Toda. We own this.
Udah, sekarang gini ya. Yang udah dapat, kalian kembali, cepetan kembali ke meja caster. Udah 2 Oji. Ranger Mas udah pergi semua pergi. Nah, diambil lagi 3 bahkan Ranger Mas ya, luar biasa sekali memang. Jadi ini adalah jajanan favorit dari para talent, dari super fans di MPL Arena ya. Dan ini juga adalah salah satu nih makanan tradisional dari Indonesia. Jadi memang luar biasa banget, rasanya tuh bener-bener enak banget, manis. Dan aku yakin tadi Oji aja sampai ngambil kalau nggak 2, 3. Dia itu lebih kedoyan aja kayaknya ya, memang luar biasa sekali. Makanya Bapak maaf ya Pak, tadi pada rusuh ya Pak ya? Oke. Tapi sesaat lagi kita akan melihat, kita akan memasuki untuk match selanjutnya, match kedua di mana Onyx makin dekat untuk mengantongi tiket menuju ke playoff dan pastinya dia juga memataskan diri untuk dapat bermain di velodrome di mana mereka sudah bermain untuk ketiga kalinya dan itu tempat velodrome itu bisa dibilang adalah tempat yang mempunyai kenangan manis nih untuk teman-teman dari tim Onyx. Sementara itu kalau kita melihat dari sisi GEEK Fam, dengan adanya roster barunya, akankah itu menjadi formula baru yang dapat melengkapi dari teman-teman GEEK Fam atau bahkan sebaliknya? Sesaat lagi kita akan menjadi saksi, kita akan bersama-sama menyaksikan bagaimana keseruan dari match kedua kita kali ini. Tapi sebelum itu pastinya sambil pengen ingetin bahwa MPL Indonesia powered by Moontalk, supported by PBSI, presented by official gaming phone Infinix, official e-wallet ada GoPay, official gaming share ada Tidak, serta untuk partner in sports kita ada Bayu, Garnier, Dunia Games, Games Max, dan juga One Play. Dan untuk suppliers kita pastinya ada IndiHome, Indomaret, terus ada Yummy Choice, serta ada Aqua. Itu dia. Tapi di sini aku sudah melihat sudah banyak sekali super fans yang hadir di hari Minggu ini. Aku pengen dengar dulu dong mana suaranya super fans. Luar biasa sekali semangat yang diberikan oleh teman-teman yang hadir di MPL Arena maupun yang lagi nonton di rumah. Tapi pastinya kalau misalnya kita ngebahas soal match ini nih, dimana seperti kita tahu Kyrie adalah salah satu ambasador season di kali ini. Nah, buat kalian nih yang lagi main ataupun main tapi bintangnya bukan naik malah turun. Nah, ini ada sebuah tips and trick dari Kairi dan juga Just No Limit. Apakah itu? Langsung saja kita lihat bersama-sama. Silakan.
Halo semuanya, aku Just No Limit, seneng banget dapat kehormatan jadi MLBB Season Ambassador di season 40 Decisive Moment. Aku bakal nemenin kalian semua di season ini. Ayo semangat buat win streak terus. Biar kalian menang jadi solo player, tipsnya yang pertama, kalian bisa main role jungle. Tapi jungle damage ya, supaya kalian bisa solo lord. Nah yang kedua, kalian bisa juga main role-nya itu gold pen, supaya bisa solo lord juga. Nah yang ketiga, kalau kalian main solo, kalau bisa hindari main roamer yang non-damage ya. Jadi yang roamer yang gak ada damage, contoh kayak Tigreal, nah itu hindari kalau main solo rank. Kenapa? Karena kalau misalkan kalian mainnya bagus, misalkan kalian combo nih, kena 5 orang, belum tentu teman kalian bisa follow up juga. Nah itu kalau main solo seperti itu kalau jadi roamer. Terakhir aku mau kasih semangat buat seluruh tim yang bertanding di MPL season 17. Full power!
Hai guys, nama aku Kairi, aku orang Filipina dan aku main jungler buat tim ONIC Indonesia. Dan aku senang banget bisa jadi seasonal brand ambassador buat MLBB. Nah, di sini aku mau kasih tips buat pemain solo rank. Dan kalau kalian main solo, kalian harus ikutin meta hero. Ada Fanny, Fredrin, Baksha, Julian, dan Lancelot. Mau ganteng dan jago kayak gua? Ayo mainkan Mobile Legends bareng gua sekarang juga.
Apparently I'm the one who's opening the stream, huh? Yeah, welcome to the stream. We're gonna watch ONIC versus Geek with me. It's good. It turned out Ngoni, they are still demolishing their esporting. It's a traditional Indonesian food, a traditional Indonesian dessert. It's an ice cream combined with a lot of stuff. Avocado, some
bread,
some peanuts, jelly, a lot of stuff, and
chocolate sauce.
it's the good stuff. I've already demolished it. You know, it's already disappeared from this earth. Thank you, Pa. What's a Pa? Thank you, Pa. Thank you, sir. Yeah. It's good.
Bro, that really hit the spot. You know, after match number 1, going all the way best of 3s.
Yeah,
Very refreshing.
it's very refreshing.
Very sweet as well. I hope I get a sugar rush after that because I definitely need the energy. But yes, thank you, Shefin. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the English broadcast. Still with us 3 as we break down the next game, which will be Geek versus ONIC. And if we take a flashback into leg number 1, it was ONIC that were able to win it 2-0, very clean. So will they be able to do the same thing? I think a lot of people are thinking that it will be an ONIC game once again.
ONIC match.
ONIC
right?
match,
You're right.
rather.
What does Geek need to do to win against ONIC?
Let's ask the audience, right? Do you think that A, they need to win the mid-trio matchup? Do you think B, they need to give Beloyski his power heroes? Or do you think C, shut down Sans' movement?
See,
What do you think?
the B point is a bit vague, I gotta say. Because Beloyski so far, I gotta be honest with you, man, you're my GOAT, but so far he's been one of the... Oh, Marcel is not feeling pretty good, it looks like.
Whoa.
He's on his bye-bye fever patch.
I thought that was
Yeah.
his style.
What now?
I thought that was his style.
Maybe that's the case. But Beloyski, man, so far this season has not looked like the old Beloyski. Yes, there's some brilliance of macro decision in the late game, but it didn't really happen so often. And I gotta say, the ONIC boys, they gotta have their... Whoa! It's Raja Yeba!
That's a boss right there.
That's
They're all
people sleeping.
I feel disrespected, even as a Geek fan.
They're so chill. And of course, they're so chill for a reason. Because right now, ONIC are diperkuat. What is that? They are made stronger because of the mastermind behind them. Back in season 13, they had Yeb and Adi. And it was Yeb and Adi for the longest of times. And that's when we really saw and really witnessed the start of the domination of ONIC as they were able to get that 4P championship. back in season 13, and then we finally saw some shake-up, right, in season 14, but it's been Coach Yev for the longest of times, and it's been Coach Yev as well who coached CW
Oh,
to
man.
finally step up, first as assistant coach with Coach Adi in season 16, and finally here in season 17, CW stepping up as head coach with Coach Paddington behind him to assist him. So the big question is, can CW continue this really great streak for ONIC?
I just want to say for the production, please abbreviate assistant with ASD, not ASS. Now it looks like Adi is that kind of coach, but yeah, back to the point.
Oh, yeah.
You know, CW, he's been doing really great, man. Even Yep said it himself that he's becoming a mini Yep. For the longest time, that's been the case, even as a player back then. Now he has his boys to coach, and at the same time, when you are, you know, you're as an ex-player, as also as an ex-teammate, it feels like you communicate better with them. You know, because you've communicated with them in game, outside the game also, and you know them on a personal level.
It's like the bonding.
The bonding.
The bonding that you naturally already have once you were teammates, and now as you step up as head coach. Because I had some moments to talk to CW actually backstage before one of the interviews after the match, and I asked him like, how was your transition to head coach? Was it difficult? How was it talking with the members of ONIC? And he was like, yeah, of course it's different, but honestly, if I could choose, I would still be a player. That's what he said. Because when you're the coach, it feels like you're responsible for everything. So there's more pressure, there's that to add to. But in the way that they communicate, he says they communicate as usual. Like, they used to communicate. So I guess even back in the day when CW was still a player, they already had that going for them, right? They already had CW and his brilliant mind and his intelligence and his way of viewing and the way of how he perceived the game as something that they really rolled onto. So when he transitioned to assistant coach, it wasn't that big of a gap.
Very interesting and very, very organic, I guess, journey from the side of CW indeed. And let's see, right? Season 16, wonderful job as an assistant. Now, technically, his responsibility this season is much bigger. And so far, so good, though, right? Only losing to BTR, a lot of 2-0 wins, you know, a convincing win as well. So far, so smooth for ONIC.
And they have the main five set in stone already. Meanwhile, if we're looking at GEEK, already shakeups, especially one of their pivotal members was taken away. So let's take it to the ping test and see how the players are doing before their match.
Ambassador ya?
Ya, season ambassador. Gua senang banget sih bisa pilih jadi season ambassador. Ya.
Keren. Berarti lu sekarang jadi rich guy dong. Hey.
Kayak gitu, boy. Gua pokoknya masih pengen main MPL terus biar bisa jadi juara terus sama kalian.
Menurut lu seasonal ambassador tuh apa, Kai?
Sebenarnya buat jadi icon aja sih, boy, buat MPL. Cuman gua tuh masih mau berkompetisi biar bisa diakui jangka terbaik juga nanti. Semoga bisa.
Ngerti. Wih, keren lu ya, jadi rich guy banget sekarang. Ya guys, semangat guys. Pokoknya bisa jadi jungle terbaik di dunia sama di Mars.
Amin. Jadi gimana, Boy? Hari ini lawan Baloy, Boy? Siap lawan Kart Baloy?
Wah, gua sih excited banget karena AC gua sangatlah optimal ya.
Ya sih, mirip sih adanya, Boy. Banyak mati sama-sama.
Intinya gua semangat karena dia salah satu player yang veteran.
Veterannya.
Iya, yang udah lama
Ya,
juga.
Kalau pernah setim juga kan sama Baloy.
Iya,
Emang kalaunya suka banyak gerakan aneh lah pokoknya.
Iya.
Alright. Apparently,
Totally not scripted.
I think that was really organic.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really
You think it was, I don't know.
I said so. Totally not
Yeah, I
scripted.
think that was natural. Like Kyrie sharing that he wants to be the best jungler, not just on Earth, but in Mars.
Also, I don't think that's the way he said it. Not only the best jungler in the world, but in Mars, which is kind of weird.
So like
when you
in the
think about it.
caster?
What?
Like Mars is the caster? Like I don't think you can be inside a caster. Like that's weird.
I mean, you can if you want to.
I mean, they have Mars in their in the ONIC team as well. Marsang. Also.
You're right.
Yeah,
So maybe they meant according to Mars.
Maybe.
I'm not sure what they
But
meant
hey,
by that.
congratulations to Kyrie to be
Yeah.
to become the seasonal ambassador of MLBB, and also
Season 14.
just no limit, right? Full power is definitely. I'm gonna say that a lot now.
But honestly, Just No Limit is one of the reasons why I started YouTube in the first place. To be honest. Like before I became a caster, when I started playing Mobile Legends, he was like the go-to person that I would watch.
Right.
Like, cause he'd have like tutorials of each hero. I remember his tutorial to play the Kagura, which I still can't play, but that's not the point. But yeah, he's been like a really pivotal person and a really big impact towards the MLB community. And I think he was really the start of how the pro players started to transfer into, content creating.
Farmers chefing because they're making MPL ID a Farmers League as they walk onto the stage. The same starting five, right? And let's welcome, ladies and gentlemen, it is Team ONIC.
anything else other than a win, anything else other than being a champion is an underachievement. This is the standard that we're working on for ONIC. And in this season, they got their new gold standard in Calera. Ruling over ID for the longest time. ONIC is inevitable.
They are imminent, ladies and gentlemen. But can someone be able to challenge that threat? Challenge that domination? And will that second team be GEEK with Marcel, Aboy, Belois, Kenzisti, and the addition of Nazara in the place of Naked? Despite them coming from a 3-time lose streak, can GEEK finally find their form up against the Sky Kings?
Hey, Marcel made it. Nazara, the rookie, made it. That's a gold laner that will face Kelra. Okay. Composed authority as they welcome and walk onto the stage. This is GEEK
A clear underdogs of this matchup, but it would be the most GEEK Fam way to get back on track to win against ONIC. It is almost impossible, but nothing is impossible when you have Beloy in your team.
Absolutely. The mastermind behind everything. The triple B, the big brain Beloy, always finds a solution, always finds a loophole to anyone who stands in their way. I mean, they were crowned King Slayers for a reason, right? So, will the Sky Kings be the next king that they slay? Coming into leg number 2, we're welcoming both the coaches. It looks like ONIC are very farmer-esque today. Farming wins, maybe. I mean, they are calling MPL Indonesia Liga Tani ONIC, which means, what does that mean?
Farmers League.
Farmers League for ONIC.
Yeah.
Is that the direct translation? Farmers League for ONIC.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah. So it makes sense.
They are wearing, what are these called, Shippin?
I don't know what's the,
I don't know the English
it's a finger
term.
patch, no? Maybe?
Yeah. So maybe they're not feeling well.
Suggesting that they aren't well, yeah.
And 2 of them as well. I thought it was only Marcel, but a boy as well, so maybe there is a bit of a, gaming house disease.
I think it's in the air. I mean, we're not well either, right?
Yeah.
Speak for yourself and Shippin.
I was looking at Chef
Okay.
anyway. You weren't included in this conversation.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, you're a jerk, man.
But we asked
Of
you
course.
earlier, ladies and gentlemen, what does GEEK need to do to win against ONIC? And 60% of you believe that they need to win the mid-trio matchup. And I'm concerned if that's the case. Because looking at, of course, the new jungler, Nazara, he's okay, he's good. But do they really have that mid-trio chemistry going on for them the way that Kyrie Sans and Keyboy does?
Yeah, I think at least, right, if you can really match up with the chemistry of Sans, Keyboy, and Kyrie, you gotta be able to win it in the draft. Pick the Jushin, pick the clean, pick the heroes that win you the mid-tile. And that way, you at least have a good foundation to build on to match against ONIC. Otherwise, you're gonna be lost. The total assist rankings after week number 4, Moreno is still topping the chart. And I would argue that so far Moreno has been a more pivotal member to the team compared to Sans. Do you second that, Gono?
I mean, pivotal?
Yes.
Sure, I'll give you that, right? And it shows also in the assists, on the assists, 169. That's a lot, you know? And Sun's not really far below, though. But if you look at a boy, actually, right? The number there, there's a gap indeed between the second and the third and below.
Yeah, pretty much. We saw that from the statistics earlier. And there's also a big difference, I think, between both of these mid laners. I'm not sure. It could be Geek just not showing all their cards yet, but for the most part, a boy has only picked up 5 heroes.
5.
Compared to Sans, who's picked up more than that. So, very interesting. But when we're talking about like the roamers now, Beloyski has flexed so many more heroes compared to Keyboy. Is that an advantage that he has over ONIC?
I guess it is an advantage, but it's about how you use it, right? Because against ONIC, everything is almost predictable from their side. Or at least if it's not predictable, they can they have to find a way, or they can find a way to pretty much prevent anything bad to happen to them. And Beloyski so far, no Hellcurt games, I believe, or at least one Hellcurt game. Most of the time, it's already been banned in the first phase from the opposing team, so he didn't really get a chance to make his signature heroes shine currently in MPL Season 17. And so far, on other heroes as well, he's not been the most calculative roamer, you know? We know the memes, 0-6 below is the power spike, but in this season, it feels like it's not there.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same impact, yeah?
Yeah.
Like it once did, like that gravity really isn't there, but I understand, right? There's a reason why maybe he has one of the most deaths in the league, because he has to shot call for the team as well.
Yep.
He's thinking about the drafts, he's thinking about the execution of the drafts, he's thinking about the keys to victory as well. So let's get some insight onto that, as these are the K2V by Infinix GC50 Pro. Let's start with Geek.
Yeah, with the Golden matchup, obviously it's easier said than done. I don't think there's any way for you to win the matchup against Kelleera in a lane just on your own. That's why you gotta be able to draft a better mid trio for Beloyski, for a boy, and also for Nazara. Which is a question also because the command chemistry is not really there either. Keep Beloyski's power hero, at this point, like, what is his power hero, right? I thought Kicha was his power hero, but right now it's not really the most important hero to pick right now. The Hellcurt has always been denied. So it begs the question, what is really the answer for Geek Fam for Beloyski especially, but for ONIC, Keys of Victory, respect Marcel Sora. I think this is, this doesn't really, or like, not really needed to be questioned. The Sora has been the most successful hero for Marcel so far. He's been very aggressive in that, whether it's on the damage form or the tank form. Maximize red side advantage for cheese drafts. This has been the idea for the longest time for ONIC. Even right now, it's bleeding towards CW, that DNA of that red side bias for ONIC. And so far, based on the win rates, they've been really, really good at that.
I mean, 100%
Yeah.
still. And we are at the end of week 5. That's actually insane stat.
And honestly, I think
Wow.
especially important for them here against Geek, because as you were asking about what are the power heroes of Beloyski, it's really hard to answer because I do agree. I think his power heroes have always been taken away from him. But what we do know is that Beloyski is very flexible as a player. So if he were to be on red side, it would allow for that flexibility to shine through, which is why I thought that ONIC would go for, maybe coming to game 2, they will opt for second side or second pick or red side.
Oh.
Because we are following the away and home for the first game. But here we go into the drafting phase, ladies and gentlemen. ONIC on blue, we have Geek on red. Another reminder, in leg number 1, it was ONIC that was able to win this 2-0 against Geek. And it looks like finally a new map today. It was always the broken walls. Now we're going to get expanding rivers. So the rotations are going to be very interesting in the early stage of the game. We have ONIC banning away the Chip, the Hellcurt, and the Marcel. So 3 targeted Beloyski bans already in the first phase.
Yeah, it's I believe Beloyski played the Marcel 2, not the Marcel, the Chip 2 against ONIC in the first leg, and it was I wouldn't say game changer, but when they were trailing Geek Fam, the chip teleports can bring them back into the game for the most part. And ONIC is definitely respecting that. And Buloyski, I don't think there's, any chance for him to be able to pick the Hellcurt in this match, unless in the game number 2, ONIC wants to experiment just a little bit to see, and maybe like testing their limits against Buloyski's Hellcurt.
The clouds are ever shifting.
So far, it's not actually ONIC that respects the Sora potential, but it will be coming from the side of Geek Fam. You're saying, yeah, Luffy's Sora is...
Fanny open, by the way.
Is very, very scary as well. But you're right, Fanny is open, Zushin as well. And ONIC will take 0 time.
Not bad. Man, Kyrie's Fanny is out, boys!
First with Kalea and Phoveus, yep. Kalea and Phoveus very on brand if you want to play against the Fanny.
It's out to play.
It's a matter of how you complement the Kalea combo, which is not really the most important thing for a lot of teams by now. We see in the earlier match also, there's not really a real combo. There's no shred. There is no burst damage that's complemented with the Kalea combo. They want to play just through the lockdown and be together most of the time. But yeah, Phoveus obviously just denying. Usually Phoveus is being picked early to deny assassin picks, and when you have a Fanny already in front of you, this is just the perfect pick.
Yeah. Not just that also, but also we're looking that Geek wants to prioritize the neutral objectives, right?
Yeah.
Lapu Lapu gets picked up here, Harith gets picked up here too. Good options, but Lapu Lapu really needs to hit that level 4 in order for him to make the impact. And I'm curious to see how that XP is going to battle out against one another as we get into the final pick for Geek in the first phase before we start getting into the bans.
Jungler, right? There's no way you pick a mid laner here, unless you want to ban it out for ONIC in the second phase. I think you want to complement the Kalea and Phoveus combo. Something in the front that can take a lot of damage. I think Phoveus makes sense. Can also just weasel around to potential damage of the Lapu Lapu if you use that. But Suyo might be the option too.
You want to go Harley here?
Whoa!
Okay.
Okay, so early game damage, early burst, fast rotations, we're in expanding rivers as well. Zethian gets banned out, so Tan's gotta dig deep into that hero pool.
I mean, deep. Is it ever trouble for Sanskani to make a hero?
I mean, so far it's okay. But looking at the Kalea and the Phoveus, keep an eye on the Lilia pick pasta potential coming from the side of ONIC, right? It's gonna be the Harley though from the side of ONIC banned out. So yeah, ONIC seems like they're applying applying pressure towards the jungler position here. As for the Geek, will they commit to another one of the Sans' picks, or will they shift their focus on towards their roamer like E-Boy?
I mean,
Gacha is still available. It counters the Kalea and the Farsa. There's 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's why I thought third would be Harley.
Right.
Because usually against the Fanny, we see the Harley being picked up. Really aggressive. It can counter the Fanny as well. But they go Farsa, a hero that is quite susceptible actually to Fanny's pick-off style and early game aggression.
I think if they want to just fully shut down the normal picks for Sans. Oh, I was gonna say that Valentina would be the ban here, but no, Eve will be banned.
Yep.
So now a bit more room for Marcel to move around. But I gotta say, Valentina is still wide open. I don't see a reason why Sans would not pick that, especially with the fact that the Feathered Airstrike is there, the Tsunami Slam is also there. There's a lot of good ults to be able to be stolen from Geek Fem's side.
Guinevere gets banned out, so another hero that can level the playing field against the Fanny. Usually we see what? The Moskov? Pretty hard lane against the Harith.
Yeah, I think it's more of a skill matchup than you thought. And Geek Fam really likes their Moskov, I believe. Consistently has been using that most of the time. And they also have that, I guess, the guaranteed late game far lane control with the Moskov, right? But we'll see if it's gonna pay dividends.
Definitely always a risk, because if the SOD doesn't land, right, the fight will be skewed. On go to last pick, you mentioned the Valentina also.
Huh?
I mentioned the
Woi?
Woi is hovered around. The Gacha as expected. But the Woi, man, oh man.
Oh.
Okay, the Lilia. Exactly. We also mentioned about the Lilia being a great counter on that Kalea and the Phoveus. But range-wise, it doesn't bode well against the Farsa.
Yeah, but I guess the responsibility to dive to the backline and take care of the backliners of Geek Fam falls to the Lapu-Lapu, Ludwig, and also Kyrie.
Thank you, boy.
All you have to do as Sans is deal damage and be safe at the same time. I think Valentina and Lilia offers both of that, especially with the Purify. You can't really get locked down with the Kalea.
So if you want neutral objective control, do you go for Fredrin here? Or Leomord?
Yeah, it's still open. And also, it's in lane. Props to Miracle, right? In lane, the Moscow beat Terra 1v1.
Oh, okay, so it's a winning lane.
It's a winning lane. If no assistance is around.
Okay, okay. So we're gonna expect early rotations perhaps from ONIC?
Might be the case. Expect the way they played, I believe. What was the last match that they played? It was Kyrie Fanny against a Baxia Com, I believe. Was it? Not sure, but it looks like the lineup really prefers Geek Fam for the most part, and by a landslide also. But it really doesn't dictate what happens to Lanatan.
Yeah, we can't underestimate the Sky Kings and their dominance. Literally on a 3-match win streak after their only loss against BTR. Let's see how this all unravels in the Land of Dawn as we get into game number 1 between the Kingslayers and the Sky Kings.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Land of Dawn, here we go. And this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup because we don't usually see Farsa and Lilia in the lane at the same time. All of the meta weak heroes are exhausted and they're already duking it out. Beloski super low and forced to use the flicker way too early.
That's the power of the Lilia, right? Really fast wave clear, really good poke as well. If you're up against a Lilia that knows how to play, which the Lilia is one of Sansa's signature heroes from way back when, you can expect that much damage to come through even onto your roamer. So that's exactly what ONIC are really paying attention to and what they're trying to take advantage of. And obviously the next thing that we do need to look at will be the objective that will spawn quite soon. And I think they're facilitating Luffy as well to get that level 4 as soon as possible.
Yeah, I love the way Kyrie's pathing here because he knows that if Geek Fam wants to fight inside of their own jungle, especially in that area, that's Fanny's playground. As we're gonna take a look at the emblem spy by you, Kyrie's gonna take the attack speed boost to be able to boost his farming potential. And Kinsiski, good take on that. But looking at other take or emblem take here, fighter emblem for Kinsiski to be able to sustain against Kalra, plus the Master Assassin to further boost his 1v1 potential to be able to win the lane against Kalra.
Correct.
Exactly.
Exactly. I was about Colors against is currently higher, slightly, because of the ways perhaps, right? Push.
Kelra thinks
it's the same. But the last hits has been hidden for Kelra. 2 purifies down on the board. Stop forward from ONIC.
Okay. Already some poke once again from Sans here in the mid lane, trying to get some zoning in. Bovius actually goes really forward. What's happening there?
Oh, that's a 2-man talk. Revitalized pop. 3v2 currently. That's going to be the damage coming in from the side of Geek Fam, and Nazara finds an angle to take Sans down. First blood from Geek Fam. Great start.
Yeah, I was questioning why Marcel went and, routing or like the route that he's taking was through that, place near the river, but it looks like that was a flicker combo with the Dark Wave immediately towards Sans, so great recognition on where opportunities are presented. And Kelra, man, like, is it winning lane at this point, or is it just Kelra thinks?
I don't know. I thought, especially after level 4, Kelra would... Oh, I guess it depends, right? I think it's a skill matchup at the end of the day, because you do have the dashes as a Harith, but remember, you still have to be aware of the spear from Kenziski, right? So it all goes back down to timing, but overall, it's still very 50-50 in that gold lane. Not really a clear advantage, as once again, these two players are going to be forced to take the next neutral objective.
Marcel's trying to apply pressure towards Keyboy. 50% HP on that roamer. Steve Pop to the strike as well. They invested a lot of ults here. Marcel finds a kill as Nazara picks up the turtle. Luffy finds a break though. That's going to be Tsunami Slam on towards Sans. Pops the black shoes, looking for an escape route. That's a stun, locking Sans in place. That's 2 kills on the board, plus Geek Fam, they get the turtle.
Oh, Kenziski taking the brunt of damage from the Zaman force here, but Kellera, the map awareness, knowing that someone is rotating down below. But man, oh man, there's a reason why Geek Fam is willing to let go of the Fanny, and that's the Phobius and also the Kalea combo. It's been too much, or like there's been too much TC in front of Fanny. And so far, it's working out just fine. They get the neutral objective, but in terms of economy, once again, just Onyx, man. It doesn't matter how much kill difference you have. It doesn't matter how much. Oh, wait a second.
1v1. Lutfi is very low against the rookie here, Marcel. Bravest fighter to the back.
Okay, and he'll be able to walk away fine. Unfortunately, he'll have to force a recall, so that gives an edge over to Geek. As we take a look at the talent prediction, it's a unanimous, almost a unanimous vote for ONIC. Aside from the Geek Fam unity himself, Sheffin right beside me, but here we go!
Now that's a Steve and the Feather Airstrike. Again, the invasion from Geek Fam has been impeccable. That's a taunt, AOG to the back. ONIC though will look for a re-engage. Black shoes popped. Loopy trying to close the distance with the Bravest Fighter now committed. But Geek Fam is okay. They're very good at calculating the distance, as Kai will focus on farming once again.
Good use of the shoulder bash there, going towards the single crit to get through the wall, preventing a kill from Lutfi. Marcel so far has been playing this Phobius flawlessly. Yes, he got taken down one time, but so far in the trade, in the grand scheme of things, he's been playing almost a perfect game of Phobius.
I also do want to applaud a boy here, because I thought maybe Farsa early into the Fanny would have been not the most wise of choices, but so far he hasn't been taken down by their airstrike. Wait a second!
Yeah, that's gonna be Lutfi. Even with the flicker, right? He will fall, but that's enough time for ONIC members to commit on towards the turtle, and they will trade that kill or that death for that turtle.
They went all in onto Lutfi. Literally all resources were spent just to take Lutfi down, and meanwhile ONIC, they were able to get the turtle. So was that wise of Geek?
I guess at that point, you're a bit too late to the party, so Geek is just gonna salvage on what's available. Kenziski though, as they use the flicker. Folks, Geek Fam, they have one turtle. ONIC have one turtle. Geek Fam 4 kills. And ONIC is leading in gold. Make it make sense.
I mean, that's what we've been seeing multiple times. I hope the items come out soon so we get to see where the economy is going. But like we were looking at in the bottom side of the map, the gold lane matchup was kind of skewed, right? Kellera seems to be doing just fine. And then Kyrie, despite not being able to get any kills so far, is also doing okay. He's on par with Nazara as a Leomord, both at level 10, despite the 0-0-0 KDA. And when you think about it, who is Kyrie supposed to target anyway? Does he go for a boy? Does he go for Kenziski? Both options aren't as straightforward, especially with that backup.
Oh, a two-man stun and the taunt! My goodness, the collapse is beautiful from ONIC. They find Beloyski, now they move more! Lutfi finds to get on towards the Leomord. The Dark Wave misses, and ONIC, my oh my, when they pull the trigger, they rarely miss.
The layering of skills from ONIC in that engage was beautiful. Lutfi being the one to really just burn the resources out, and then Keyboy comes in after that with the AOG.
I'm not sure what happened with the boy there. I think, did he not see the animation of the Avatar of the Guardian? Because he has the flicker to get away. He should have been able to cancel the Feather Airstrike, but I guess it's a bit too late and he got stunned up. And you're right, Gunny. I don't know why you would take this 1v1, NC.
Oh!
What?
Kyrie!
That's horrible.
That is a horrible trade indeed. In the top side of the map though, Feather Airstrike is no longer in Geek Fam's power for the moment of time, which allows ONIC to just regain or gain control of this turtle.
Why? Why you would take that? You see the level difference, right? 12 and 8. Just back off, dude.
That's insane. Was he stuck? I don't think so, right?
No, like I don't think Kyrie knows at that point. Maybe he wants to defend the lane. That's how it is.
But he didn't have to go too deep for that. Another AOG by Keyboy will be able to zone Geek Fam away, but right now, Geek Fam, they're working from behind now. It's a 3,300 gold lead for ONIC just behind of that skirmish in the mid lane alone, and then everything that really dominoed afterwards can just be getting taken down by Kyrie, which will also prolong that power spike.
Ron doesn't his damage there, and also forcing a boy to pop the flicker. Oh, that's a purify predicted. That's gonna be Marcel with the taunt. Oh my goodness. Not enough damage right there, and the cover from ONIC is just amazing. Kai picks up a double, and take a look at the KK combo. That's 3 members of Geek Fam on the floor.
It feels... Sometimes when I see Geek Fam play, it feels a bit naive. Like, this is not the Geek Fam that I'm used to seeing, but I guess this is the position that they're really... There you go, another one! Ooh, what? This is a solo practically, right? Against the Forza, man. Kelra gets taken down, but luckily no shutdown bounty for the side of from the side of Kelra. Geek Fam though will happily take that kill.
Kelra went so deep for a boy, and a boy once again pays the price. I thought in the drafting phase that the #1 culprit for a boy's death would be Kyrie. I didn't expect it to be Kelra. He's raised his life for it, so is that okay for him to do? Is that flex alright? Is that trade alright?
I guess it is alright because Kara is already fully in line and Konziski has not been online. Alright, it's not online just yet. So he delays Kenzie's power spike while Kara is already there. Lupido getting doubled down.
Wow, the all-in on towards the lap where he survives! The previous fighter finally popped his stun. Zara though, isolated in the front and will be taken down by Kai. Now it's a 5v4 as the Lord is spawning in the bottom side of the map. Has spawned. Waloyski, the first damage for ONIC is nasty. Down he goes in the hands of Sans, and Sans spots the black shoes. Mio Mayo, ONIC, 6,000 gold lead.
Everything collapsing left and right. Everything going wrong for Geek Fam right now. Kelra picking up the Holy Crystal on top of everything he's already picked up as well. The damage again!
Kelra again! He becomes this initiator on this Terran. And Kyrie followed it up with a kill. Now the base herd will be the target. Marcel trying to hold on, trying to desperately find the kill on towards Kelra, but that's Geek Fam finding the collapse. Kai taken down, Kelra as well. Now ONIC members are trying to find the connection on towards Zara. That's a taunt. That's Sans finding the killing spree. So all in all, they get 2, but they still lose structures and a member there.
Marcel, Lucy?
Still able to get out though. Not enough damage on this first time.
Not just yet. He's been taken down 3 times, a boy. Not a great game for Geek right now. Not the best of games for a boy as well. ONIC are playing like Hydras. You take one down and another one spawns in its place. Kelra was taken down very early before that team fight, and then Kyrie comes in as an executioner. Kyrie gets taken down after that, and then Lutfi and Sans comes in as well to take members down. And remember, ONIC were able to take down that far side of the map turret, which means they're going to be able to utilize that in their favor as this Lord comes to play.
Yeah, this is the problem with Kalea Com, right? Yes, she is a really good problem solver, but you can only solve one problem. It's either Kyrie or Kelra. But if you use it early in a team fight against a Lapu Lapu that already has that wings to be able to have that damage reduction when you're low, then what else is there to save them? Marcel cannot do everything. You know, they gotta be able to play a bit more conservatively, play a bit more safely. They have a lot of good high ground potential here. Moskov and Farsa, nothing is over just yet. Don't pull the trigger every time you want to.
It's not looking good though, Chef, in real-time victory rate also favors ONIC right now.
I feel like that was just being generous as well.
Exactly, is this a possible end game?
Definitely, right? 6.6. That's a conceal from T-Boy. Looks for a flank angle, finds Aloy. Marcel all alone in the front with the Zara this time. Kenzie finds Kelra. This might be it. They lose 2 members on it, and the Lord will be dealt. T-Boy with the side step, still able to get out, but they still lose Lutfi and Kelra.
Nazara doing work in that defense.
And Marcel.
Props to Geek, the Marcel as well. More on Nazara because he was able to create space. He was able to zone away the members of ONIC for Nazara, for rather Kenziski to be able to deal the damage, and considering that Kenziski's already reached his Swift Trinity.
Yeah, by no means, this is not a bad draft from Geek Fam. I would say, I'll go as far as to say this is a pretty good draft, especially against a Fanicom. Like, the margin of error that ONIC is working with is super, super thin, and they've been playing it perfectly. When someone is messing up, or quote-unquote messing up, maybe it's intentional the way they mess up, because everyone else can just pounce on Geek Fam. ONIC can just, the damage control is insane. But right now, it's a matter of not being too overzealous. No overextension from ONIC, because the gold lead is really not that big compared to what it was before. 3.6k is not a margin that you don't want to mess with against Geek Fam, especially with the whole Geekable thing.
Hey, brute force for Fanny, is that normal?
Normal, especially against this kind of composition. You need more tankiness, and also that CC duration will be lessened once you stack it up.
All right, so a little bit more defensive, I would say, yeah, for Kai on the Fanny, especially seeing the latest item he bought was the rose gold.
That's gonna be the item swap later on. Rose gold to immortality to wither. Luck it or not, you're gonna use that at some point.
Okay, calling for the storm right now as things quiet up by just a little bit. Kyrie in place for something, so is Keyboy, but he gets found out. Marcel!
Oh, he's
getting shredded!
This is why you pick up the Lilia against the Phobias. The poke potential is tremendous. 20 seconds on the clock here for our next Lord.
What is Sansa's items right now?
Currently he's working with Glaive, the glowing one, also the...
It hit!
Oh, insane reactions there.
Wait a second, camera is going in.
That's it, we got her with the Sound Force pops. The flicker, Kenzie, nowhere to go. Down he goes as the Lord spawns. Zara though.
Oh
in
no.
a known position, he showed
Why?
a bit. That's gonna be the steed. Why did he show a bit? And ONIC will capitalize. That's gonna be Marcel now isolated in front, trying to hold on. No backup whatsoever. It looked good for a bit for Geek Fam, but now they lose 3.
This is a 5v2 situation. Will Avoy and Beloyski be able to defend this one?
AOG under the main base, and ladies and gentlemen, same story. ONIC, they will take game 1 here in the second leg against Geek Fam.
All smiles for Kelra earlier on, as that was a smooth game. Really great backup as well from Kelra on the Harith earlier when Kenziski was trying to go for a Hail Mary play following that SOD onto Kyrie, and Kyrie was still able to escape. And ONIC took advantage of that push. They took advantage of that Hail Mary play, and unfortunately will have to concede this first game to ONIC.
Man, at this point, why not should be the coach for Geek Fam? Because every time Geek Fam is offered to make a mistake, they say, why not? What the hell was that? Like, it's a culmination of bad decisions, and bad decisions. They can... What? Huh?
Yeah, that was the first play, yeah?
I don't think that's the first play either. There's a whole lot of bad things that Geek Fam did in this whole match. I don't think I can use my 2 hands to point them out. Why? Why?
I'm not sure. Were they thinking that perhaps they couldn't go for the contest? Were they thinking that they couldn't go for the defense? But even if that was the case, I mean, like you mentioned, they do have a lot of high ground, right? They have a Void to work with. The Feather Airstrike was already starting to hurt like a truck as well, already with 3 items on the way to Holy Crystal, I believe. And they also still had Kenziski, who also had the Swift Trinity plus the Malefic Gun. So that should have been more range for them to utilize with the clear. But it is what it is, Chef.
It is what it
She has a migraine now.
It's within expectation. Migraine was already there to begin with. Now, the other half is already developing another migraine. So it's not a migraine.
Just a headache.
Yeah.
It's just a headache then. Full headache.
I think double migraine would hurt more than a full headache, man.
I think I would agree, yeah. Because like for some reason migraines hurt more than a full headache. So if you had
Yeah, but oh, double
Both migrate.
Oh my.
Oh, I don't know, man. It turned out you said it earlier. Like, do they want to go for the contest? I feel like they want to go for the content instead of the contest.
Okay.
What?
That's a typo right there, Miscom. But a lot of questionable in-game decisions here made from the side of Geek Fam, I gotta say.
It feels bad. It feels bad because I feel like at some point
Yeah.
in that mid game, it could have turned around, especially with kondisi getting the items. We saw the defense as well from Geek as ONIC were looking for the siege. But Kenziski again, I'm not sure. Is that a thing that you do as a Moskov? Like, I don't
Which
play
one?
Moskov.
Which one? There's a lot of them.
Well,
There's a lot of them
first
turn up.
going by one with Fanny when you're behind. That's the first
Well,
one.
I do that sometimes,
Do you
but
win?
not when I'm down 3 levels.
There you go.
That's insane.
That's not normal. And what about the second one? The SOD Fanny purple buff.
Nah, he's trusting his belief, man.
Okay.
Believe in me, who believes in you. He wants to somehow contest the buff while having a basic attack against Fanny. That's what he did. Yeah, that's gonna work.
Was he trying to shut Kyrie down?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everyone is trying to shut Kyrie down.
And the highlights here, right? Kenzi's just, yeah.
Yeah, this was the
It's a
play.
lost cause there.
Really good backup from Kellera, very quick. And then everyone, for some reason, goes in one by one. So very messy from Geek here in game number 1. But we do want to give our congratulations and our respects towards the player of the game. Presented to you by the official gaming phone Infinix GT50 Pro. It was Kellera on the Harith.
Oh man, I don't know if it's unorthodox at this point to go for the concentrated energy instead of the glaive, but it worked out. A lot of times Kellera was going in inside the turret, and those spell fams is working out wonders for them. Like, look at this, man. This is amazing. Marcel with the flicker dark wave, the camera didn't even catch it. Marcel planned that on its own, but you saw stuff like this. That's crazy. You see stuff like this. I'm gonna say it again after this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can we move on? Okay, gotta wait a little. Okay, I'm waiting too much here. But yeah, look at this. Oh
was a
man.
little bit long, yeah.
When you see stuff like this, I'm gonna say it again after this. What is this, dude? You see stuff like this. He has wings. He has wings. They're playing with the Fanny. They can catch up to the team fight in 1 second.
Man, fucking they did that twice, 3 times actually.
Another one.
Shepard, are you crashing out?
Another one.
I think he's crashing out.
Are you crashing out, Shepard?
I think he's crashing
Another
out.
one.
I think every team that goes up against ONIC
Crashes out.
crashed out, yeah.
Except
so,
Bigatron.
Oh, okay. There's like,
I know, it's true, right?
That's true.
It's facts. Bigatron's the only team to be able to beat ONIC in
That's
the
true.
entire match. So,
first leg.
you know what? I think Shevin has just been crashing out in general this season. All right. Can you imagine going 2 times back to back, you lose, and then you win back to back 3 times in a row,
Okay.
and then you lose back to back again 3 times in a row? It's like, what are we supposed to be
If they
expecting? from
lose
Geek?
here, it's gonna be a
The 4th lose streak.
wow. It's gonna be for LS.
So Shevin's just crashing out in general.
I'm a professional crash out artist.
Okay. Oh, feels bad, feels bad. 16 minutes
Yeah.
and 9 seconds. It wasn't... I felt like it could have been geekable.
Yeah. I mean, by the time the game ends, it's only 4K gold lead. Look at the items for Kenziski. They're fine. Just wait in the base total. You have a lot of wave clear already, bro. Dude.
This is a funny crash out. Who doesn't love a good crash out?
I don't know. I do. I love crash outs.
Exactly. It's funny, right? But yeah, I think Geek Fam, their firepower. Now, is okay. Is Kalea just a bad pick?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
This is a good draft for Geek Fam. They know what they're up against. They're willing to let go of the Fanny because they have Kalea and the Phobias. The first 2 minutes, it was really good. Okay? They find some pickoffs. They managed to punish San all people in the early game. Now, that's not something you do. That's something that Josh Moore used to do. And then you do you. They're just doing their own thing so wrong. Wait. I gotta address something here. Like,